guys, welcome to the ninth section of this course. We are going to be talking more on tables because table has some extra features and some extra elements that we need to cover before the end of it. All right, taking note of this was what we covered in our last class. We covered table, but we're going to be talking more. All right, what I'm going to do now is to create a new file. I'm going to call it table2.html. So we have table2.html. I'm going to press shift exclamation mark enter. That will give us the boiling code of the HTML structure. So we get HTML structure. So I'm just going to cancel out from the live server that was serving this initial table and then click on it again so you can serve this default one that we have. All right, it's on the browser already. If you don't know how to do this already, or you don't have this live server installed, all you need to do is to go to these extensions, click on it, and then click on live server, then type in live server in the search bar, click enter. It's going to bring out some drop downs, but this is the one we are looking for. Click on it, you're going to see this. I already have it installed, so what you need to do is just to install it, and then after installing it, you are going to see go live at this bottom. I've already clicked on go live. That's why it's showing me the port that is running on. So you click on go live and then you see it spin up on your default browser. All right then, my friend, that is all about that. What we are going to be looking at is table, the more extra element that table actually features, and then some attributes that we can use by dealing with the table. But before we dive into that, I just want to clear this off from the table. We have an element in the head section called title. This element is very, very important because whatever you put in this title, that will be the title of your page, of that page. So because we have document here, what we see on our page is document. So if we have this document to be changed to table 2, what we see on our page will be table 2. So I just want to get that out of the way so you know what title stands for. Is to title your page. Any page you create, you can add a title just to title it. All right, then let's go to fully. Now for us to create a table, we start with the elements table. We already know that table is divided into two segments, into two ways, which is rows and columns. The columns, the rows and the columns is horizontal and the rows is vertical. And to create a row, we say TR to create a row, and then to create a column, we say TD for table data. And then we can say row 1, column 1. And also, if you are wondering how I just did this, it is you just pressing shift alt then down. It will duplicate the element as many times as you want it. All right, so we have that, and then we can change it to call 2. Then let's create another table row. Then we have here to be TB, which is row 2 call 1, and then we can have row 2 call 2. So in the attributes, I'm just going to say border, to give it a border so it can stand out, and then 1. So we have this on the browser. All right then, my friend, we cannot table also features as other extra attribute called width. We can actually give it a width of 200 is going to, you can see how it expands horizontally, and then we can give it a height of, let's say, 200, and then we're going to have this on the page. But what are the extra elements that table has? Table has what we call T head. This T head is an element that sticks to the head of the table. For instance, if I want to define my table, give it a header, I can put that header in the element T head. But this is how we do it. I say T arrow because it is still consists of rows and columns. Now instead of us to say TD, we won't say that. Instead we'll say TH, which stands for table head. So we can just say heading, or you can say table heading, for instance, table heading. So we have that on our table heading. Then we can just colspan this colspan to taking these two columns, and then we have our table heading. Another element that it also have is called t foot. So this t foot also feature t arrow, which is a table row, and also t head, because of course t head, and then we can say my my footer. So we can also call span these to be two, then we have our footer. So the next element that it has is t body. Now instead of us just writing all these things outside like this, we can put this inside this body, inside the table body. So this actually is a right way to create a table. It's a right way to actually format and create a proper table. Now you'll be wondering, okay, this thing doesn't actually follow any exact order. These are t foot. We can also cut it and then put it after the t body. It will still be the same. It will still be the same. So it doesn't matter the placement of this order, where whatever way you put it, it is still going to act. It's still going to get formatted rightly on the browser. See, I just brought the t8 to the bottom, and then it still got displayed because the browser understands these elements. So that is actually how it works. All right guys, thank you very much for this, and see you in the next class. Thank you.